Finally, we've gotten to my favorite part of the entire book, which is of Beren and Luthien. Even the first paragraph sets it up so nicely. I mean, the first sentence says, "Among the tales of sorrow and of ruin that come down to us from the darkness of those days, there are yet some in which amid weeping there is joy, and under the shadow of death light that endures." So, I mean, already, everything here, there's been very little happiness or positivity. It's all been, I mean, in the beginning, the Valor made things, and Morgoth threw them down, and then they've set up their cities and stuff, and now Morgoth has unleashed, all of his weapons of destruction on them. So it's been mostly downhill, it seems. So finally we get a ray of light in the darkness. So we had mentioned before, or I had mentioned before, Beren. His name has come into this a few times. Some foreshadowing, talking about Doriath and Melian. I don't think we've mentioned Luthien so far. It might have mentioned briefly when talking about King Thingol, but I don't think we've mentioned much about Luthien so far. Basically, the story begins talking about Barahir and his group that would not abandon Dorthonion, and how Morgoth pursued them to the death until at last there only remained to him his 12 companions of the names I've mentioned. And in the forest, basically just to give you a lay of the land a little bit, of Dorthonion rose southward into the mountains and the mountainous moors. And in the east of those highlands there was a lake, Tarn Eluin, with wild heaths about it, and all that land was pathless and untamed, for even in the days of the long peace nobody lived there. But the waters of that lake were held in reverence, because they were clear and blue by day, and by night they were a mirror for the stars, and it was said that Melian herself had haloed that water in days of old. And that is where Barahir and his outlaws made their place, their lair, and Morgoth could not discover it. Morgoth was really trying to get them, and he sent Sauron to find them and destroy them. So that's setting up this tale that we are going to get into soon. So, Stephen Colbert, I'd like to talk about Silmarillion, Tolkien, and Middle Earth, and all this stuff, so hit me up, please. Thank you.